Hey fellas, AccuTail Builder here. So I had a few of you guys message me and say, hey, is it okay if we use the paddle shifters and Tiptronic for our, on a semi-regular basis? And I was like, nah, because when you're upshifting and downshifting, and you'll see that when you're doing that with paddle shifters or your Tiptronic, depending if you have base or Type S. You'll notice all the lurching, upshifting and downshifting. It doesn't really like it. It's not made for that. If you're going to be driving your automatic 3G hard, it's best to be in just regular automatic. Give it more throttle, it'll upshift where it needs to, downshift where it needs to. That's the safest place for us to be long term. If you're like granny shifting like you shouldn't with the Tiptronic, or doing the paddle shifting like you're in an F1 car, that's not going to last a very long time. If that does, the clutch packs are fine. The torque converter will not. So that's just a quick thing. And if you guys don't think so, you guys can try it for yourself. Try going like 3,000, 4,000, or do some spirited driving and try to shift around and see just how much the car doesn't like that. If you're feeling that the car is lurching, then it's probably not good for long term. And then, you'll get the guy that, whether or not he's got a 04 to 06 automatic transmission or 07, 08, and they'll be like, oh, hey, what's going on with my tranny? That the thing's like not doing what it's supposed to. It's not shifting where it's supposed to. And then they're like, should I change the where are they? I'll make a video about it. Should I be changing my oil pressure sensors? What should I do? Should I change at that point, maybe it's too far gone. It's best to just drive the car as it's meant to, and if you want a spirit drive, just keep it in a regular automatic. I would say that's the best advice I can give if you've got an automatic. Otherwise, if you actually want to drive it like a fast car should be, just get the 6-speed. It's a whole different animal. It's just the shift points are different because it's got an extra gear. The gear ratios, because of the extra gear, are shorter, so you get to shift sooner, and therefore you have more power because of the gears sizing is different than the 1 through 5 on an auto. So yeah, that's all I have for those autos. So you want to keep them a long time, change those oil pressure sensors, those 3 of them, if the transmission is still healthy, and just keep changing the fluid at 30,000. I always recommend motor oil. If you're changing at 3,000 using full synthetic, I use Mobil 1. Just use whatever oil you want, but change it at 3 to 4,000 on a regular basis, as well as the oil filter. These 30,000, I wouldn't do more. Even if you're just driving normally 30,000, this thing is going to last for a really long time. And yeah, that's about all I have on the auto.